Hi everyone, it's Sabrina Jean. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this pick a card reading. We're going to try to determine how long you will have to wait, or how much longer do you have to wait. And I have the intention to lay out cards to reveal messages for each one of you in a different way, or the best way to help you in your current situation and what you need to know. And as usual, you have 4 different piles to choose from, or you can choose according to the crystal. Pile number 1 is an Angel Aura Quartz. Pile 2 is a Smoky Quartz. Pile 3 is a purple Fluorite. And pile number 4 is a green Calcite. So, what is it that you need to know in your current situation while you are waiting for whatever this is that you are waiting for? So take a moment to choose your piles. And, well, let's get started. Let's get your messages. Pile 1. Hello, Pile 1. If you chose the Angel Aura Quartz, I almost forgot the name of the crystal. Okay. Pile 1. What do you need to know? How much longer do you have to wait? What's going on? Oh, we're starting with this card. Okay. The Net Caster. Preparations come to fruition. Well, this is definitely a confirmation that you're waiting for something. But on, first looking at this image, it first makes you think of, the birth of a child or pregnancy or, conception of something. But in fact, this individual is holding a sheet, a garment, or a piece of fabric, waiting to catch whatever is coming in. So let's look at your other cards to determine what's going on. What more do you need to know? There's the 5 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, 2 of Swords, and the 6 of Wands. Okay, did I say 6 there? Oh, interesting. Look, there's 4, 5, 6. Very, very interesting. 4, 5, 6 is a significant number for all of you who chose pile number 1. But keep in mind that there's a lot of Wands energy here. And what is Wands? The element of Wands is fire. It's excitability. It's extra physical energy. So you might be the kind of person who has a lot of extra vitality and energy. And if you get bored or you're feeling stuck, you might feel like you need to break free or to go somewhere. But if there's nowhere for you to go, or you're not quite sure what to do, or you don't know what to choose, this 2 of Swords is like you're blindfolded. You want something to happen, but you're not quite sure what that is. I definitely know, since the 4 of Wands, the 5 of Wands was the first tarot card. This is like competition or struggle or disagreements. There might be some sort of inner conflict that's happening within you or your mind or your home, right? Your family, your career even. There's some sort of resistance or opposition or conflict that you are feeling or experiencing. And honestly, in the bigger picture, I feel like you're just waiting for that to end, to go away, whatever kind of anguish this is that you've been experiencing. You're hoping for something. You're wishing for something. But how many of you actually even know what that is that you're waiting for or wishing for, more specifically? Or maybe a better way to describe it is maybe you're not quite sure how to remedy your situation. You don't know what to do with yourself while you're waiting. So you could be experiencing excitability, uncertainty, aggression. Again, physical energy or movement, something that you can do to get rid of excess energy physically will probably be very helpful for you right now as well. And let's come back to this first card. So maybe some of you are experiencing physical symptoms that are uncomfortable, and these physical symptoms are probably a product of this chaos that's happening in your mind, or frustration. Or perhaps these are physical symptoms or ailments that you're experiencing that you're just waiting for it to end. But you don't really know what caused it in the first place. So there's probably some sort of inflammation in your physical body here, because so much fire is going to cause inflammation in the body. So, and this is also proven through medical astrology. So let's see what else you need to know. Okay, alignment. Everything is coming together for you with precision. Oh, wow, I just got like, it wasn't a pinch. I felt like a pin push into my lower right jaw. So I don't know what you guys are experiencing. You're coming into alignment. Okay. The swords is communication, information. These wands could be referring to your chakras. Oh my gosh. Your fourth chakra is your heart. The fifth chakra is your throat, how you express yourself, communication, self-expression. And 6 is it's a tendency to long for peace and harmony, your vision. 6 is also the energy of love. Okay. But subliminally or subconsciously, what's happening is your body and your chakras are trying to come into a higher alignment with your highest self so that you can express yourself in whatever way you feel you need to, but from a higher perspective. So in a weird sort of way, your body is waiting for you to align, well, your emotional, your mental, your spiritual, your physical authenticity. There's also something here with stones and sacred geometry. There's also something significant with triangles, so you're waiting to receive something from the stars, some of you, perhaps, or your higher self. Well, this is why you're waiting and what you're waiting for. So this conflict that you're waiting to end or resolve, it's happening inside of you. It's the energy that you are holding on to. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to, do I want to pull another oracle or do I just want to pull, okay, I just want to pull tarot cards now. So how long do you have to wait? Well, the waiting is up to you. Wow, this one wants to jump out. So let's just see what more Spirit Guides want you to know, how long you have to wait or what's going on in your situation. And there's this one too. I mixed 2 decks together. Okay, right, you've got Ace of Wands. I knew that you're waiting to go, you're ready to go. Maybe you need to just get some physical exercise. Maybe you're looking for new inspiration or a new path or a new potential. Okay. And the Hanged Man is saying, what you're having to wait for something for a reason. So you're learning from your current situation and you're waiting for whatever this current situation in your life to end or be over with so you can move forward. But the reason why you're having to wait is because it's part of your soul's growth and expansion. Okay, 9 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. The Ace of Swords is clarity. Okay, making decisions, the King of Swords. And we have room for another tarot card. technically what you're waiting for is you. But there's like a built up, it could be aggression or animosity or friction, something that's happening inside you, either emotionally or physically. There might be something happening in your physical health that is causing you whatever it is that you are experiencing in your life that you're waiting for it to end. I would say the simplest, fastest remedy would be to learn more about your chakras and learn how to heal them and align them. Because when your chakras are aligned, then you should be in perfect health, body, mind, spirit, emotion, etc. And that would probably be like the cheapest way for you to find a way to, resolve the sense of timing that you're waiting for. But your body is waiting for you to align with it. Okay. Self-inquiry, the Hermit. Maybe some of you are just really ready to get away from other people. I completely understand that. However, this could be a test. Something's trying to get your attention. If you are wanting to go somewhere or get out of a situation or to move somewhere else or to be somewhere else, but you can't, you don't have any opportunities in front of you, then you must dive deep within yourself. You are the student. You're supposed to be becoming more reflective, because the more aware you are about what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, and the choices that are available to you right now, it's going to make this pathway forward easier for you. But honestly, I think in the end, you're just looking for peace, harmony, happiness. But again, whatever reason you're waiting for a conflict to end. But this conflict or inflammation is happening inside of you. It's happening in your chakras. So there isn't anyone else who's going to be able to tell you what you need to do, because it's an inner conflict. But when you do take time to navigate yourself, your emotions, your beliefs, and you realize or start looking for a way forward or a way to clear your energy or how to feel better or find emotional fulfillment, or maybe your body just wants you to nurture it, give it better food, drink more water, make better conscious choices in your life. And only you are going to know, because your body is also part of your natural intuition. And when you tune into and you listen to your physical body or your emotions or your physical symptoms, that's when you're truly going to realize what it is that you need to do. But only when you do that. So it's like life, your spirit guides are waiting for you to realize this. As far as astrology tarot is concerned, the only astrology that's popping up in the tarot is Jupiter with Pisces energy. So how long you have to wait is based on your astrology transits, your current astrology. Look to see where Jupiter is transiting your personal life. We already know that the North Node is currently in Pisces. Now, this is Western astrology that I practice. So this is part of your North Node, your challenges, your life's purpose, and where you are feeling challenged to grow in your life. Pisces energy is calling every one of us to try to rise above, to see ourselves as a part of the greater collective. A human is a human, is a human, is a human. Love all, especially yourself. Now, humans, which you probably have already become aware of, the fact that every human is different, their choices, their feelings, their body, and that's based on their astrology and their time and location of birth, not necessarily yours. So if this conflict is happening in your relationship, it's probably very helpful for you to understand more about the other person. Or perhaps there's a relationship conflict that just cannot be resolved until you start choosing to heal the situation or heal yourself, heal your body. But there's so many ways forward and out of this. It really just depends on what you're being guided towards. But this is how much longer you're going to have to wait. North Node is going to stay in Pisces for, I think, another year. So, but you can get on board with, your journey and your healing, as soon as you're ready to take responsibility for yourself. So these are the messages that I have for pile number 1. So if you enjoyed this, if this video helped you, please do click the like button, and you're always welcome to comment as well. If you were drawn to another pile, then feel free to choose another pile too. And I will see you over there. Hey there, pile number 2. If you were drawn to the Smoky Quartz crystal, so how long will you have to wait, and what do you need to know? Why are you having to wait for something in the first place? I'm going to put your Smoky Quartz over here. Actually, no, I'm going to put it down here. Remembering I ran out of room in the first pile, so let's look at your cards. Okay, Spirit of the River, movement towards adventure. So there's definitely emotional movement happening here. Or maybe you're emotionally overwhelmed by your current situation. Maybe you're wanting to escape your emotions, which isn't, well, you can try to do it, but it may cause further problems. Okay, 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, Strength, and the Emperor. Well, there's definitely a financial situation that is causing emotional disturbance within you. Duly noted, I completely understand. And the Emperor. So, yeah, you're just waiting for strength, stability to return in your life, having more confidence, being able to do things on your own, or becoming independent again, but maybe having to balance or juggle money or your finances. The Egg Stone, feminine power, embodiment, and fertility is what is happening. This is what's causing this situation. So you're wanting to create more, but it just seems you're unable to find a happy balance emotionally. And when emotions are out of balance, the financial situation or how you feel about yourself is also going to change. And sometimes change is the only constant, and you've got the number 50 here. But you also have 6 of Pentacles energy. I feel like spirit guides or the universe is waiting for you to sacrifice or surrender or to make your offering. It's a compromise. Okay. You will have more freedom, but there's something that you need to offer. Not only to yourself, but to other people as well. There's something more that you need to offer here. And I don't know if this is referring to like a personal relationship or your career or... But honestly, on a higher level, I feel like many of you are going through some sort of I can't even say the word, emotional navigation process. Navigating, what is best for you, what is right for you, what is yours, what is somebody else's. What do you need to give in order to receive? It's like a happy balance. So again, it's coming back to your emotions and finding emotional stability in your life. So how can you create emotional stability in your life? Well, you start loving yourself. You start nurturing yourself. You start giving yourself what you need, especially when nobody else knows how to do that. Okay. So I'm going to go along to the tarot and pull some more cards to get more specific information, what you need to know, as well as, well, the timing of things. So group number 2, what more does group number 2 need to know? Okay, this one wants to come out. So does that one. So does that one. Okay, and there might be another one. Oh. Here. Let me look at these first. Okay, 4 of Cups. Many of you are just simply ignoring yourself. You're ignoring your own needs. Maybe you're ignoring your body's needs. Maybe there is somebody else in your environment, someone who is trying to nurture you, trying to help you feel better, but they can only help in only the way they know how to do that. And so you're either going to accept that or you're going to push it away. Maybe it's not something that you need. So we've got the Sun. Oh, your inner child is wanting attention. Okay, but you're also going through a huge shift or a change in your life. Look, you've got another Emperor here. Okay, so now we need a couple more cards for group number 2. What do we need to know? And the timing of things, perhaps? Page of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Honestly, if you chose pile 2, you guys are navigating something really deep, really intense, and maybe for some of you really scary too. But honestly, when you go deep enough and you realize what it is that you truly need, what it is that you truly want, what will truly honestly make you happy, then you're going to know exactly what to do. But you might be going through a process of eliminating what is no longer good for you, or negative thoughts, negative thinking, self-doubts. Some of you might be trying to negotiate a relationship that you probably know isn't healthy for you, and you want to get away, but perhaps you can't or you're not able. And so it leaves you in this relationship pattern or in this particular home or wherever you're living, and this could be your career as well. But right now you're at a turning point, but it might feel like time is standing still, but it's up to you to decide what is in your best interest. Because when you start to choose you and believe in yourself and believe that you are worthy of whatever this is that you're waiting for, then the universe is going to present to you the opportunities for you to take those next steps. But this is also something that you are actively participating in with your divine feminine creative energy. And this is something that is accessed only when you go deep inside of yourself. So what is most important to you? What is best for you in this current situation? So some of you might be relying on somebody else's finances. But is there something better that is out there waiting for you? So here's the answer to that. If you are looking to become independent again, it's very likely that you're going to have to get a full-time job so that you can free yourself and become more independent. That's the only way forward in this situation. Unless you have family or somewhere else that you can go. So if you're in that spot, ask the universe, ask your spirit guides, what is the best job option for me that will help me move forward and out of this current situation that you're navigating? And then pay attention, because if you're really ready to take on this responsibility for yourself, to improve yourself, your life, and your emotional well-being, then the universe is going to present that to you, and you're going to have to choose to take that next step. And for some of you, it could be a life or death situation. But it's all part of your soul's growth and your evolution and a personal transformation as well. So some situations end, and if you don't choose to move on, to look for something more to grow or evolve into, then where you're keeping yourself in a stuck energy, it's just going to keep getting stagnant, and it's going to become more uncomfortable or more miserable until you finally choose to do something for yourself, to save yourself. And some of you perhaps might not have any interest in becoming independent or doing something on your own. So in that case, if you're living with someone else, you're going to have to compromise with the other people, especially if somebody else is supporting you. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of emotional depth here that is waiting for you to connect with that. Because your emotions are also part of your intuitive guidance system. On a deeper level, you know what it is that you truly desire. You know what it is that you really want. But what you're waiting for is you. Are you going to choose to resolve your current situation, or are you going to choose to move forward for your own self, for your health, your well-being, your own sanity even? So this is kind of a tricky spot, but the way forward is clear if you allow yourself to see that, if you choose to take on responsibility to move in that direction. So you have the energy of freedom here. You have double emperor, so there's cardinal energy. There's like, you're wanting to assert yourself, but asserting with a conflict or an argument with someone else is not the way to assert yourself. The best way that you can get out of this situation is to free yourself and to become more independent so that you don't have to be in conflict with this other person or these other people. And for some of you, this could be another aspect of yourself or your personality that you are arguing with. Maybe you're having difficulty choosing or making a decision. So really, if you just one day you wake up and you declare to the universe, I'm really ready to go. I need something new. I need to move forward. Show me a sign. Show me the way. And it will. It's going to provide you the next best opportunity for you to choose. At least that's what I'm picking up on here. This transformation or death could be referring to an astrology transit in your chart. And I would need to know your astrology to be able to go deeper into that. But honestly, I think you're just looking for more happiness again. Positivity. Freedom. Strength, stability. Confidence, respect. All of these things. But if you don't already own these things for yourself, then how could anyone else? You see what I mean? So I feel like there's something or someone or a situation that you need to find a way to get away from because they're not supporting you. And so the situation might just continue to get more difficult or worse, but obviously if you're still here, it's part of your soul's growth and your soul's navigation. So when you connect with your higher self or your inner self or your spirit guides and you ask for a sign, if you ask for help, help is going to show up in your near future. But you're also going to have to say yes to that. And that also really depends on how important you think you really are. Are you going to choose you over everything else? Yeah, sticky spot, I think. But you are worthy, you are deserving, you are capable. So then what's stopping you? What's stopping you from making that decision to move forward? Wow, okay, group number 2 is these are your messages today. About what you're waiting for and how much longer you have to wait and what the situation is, at least from this perspective. So I hope these messages help you. I hope you find the answer soon. I hope you're able to choose for yourself soon as well. If you enjoyed this video, please do click the like button, and you're always welcome to comment too. If you're drawn to another pile, do feel free to pick another pile as well. And I will see you over there. Hey there, pile number 3. If you were drawn to the purple fluorite crystal, how much longer do you have to wait? And what is it that you're waiting for? What do you need to know? What are you navigating? So I'm going to put your crystal right there. Okay, pile 3. Okay, you're waiting to reclaim your power, or you're waiting for the right use of power. But have you lost your head? That's funny. Funny imagery here. Are you using your power wisely in this current situation? 9 of Cups, Knight of Wands, the Chariot. Well, whatever it is that you're navigating, I feel like you're on the right track. Three of Pentacles, the Chariot. Okay. Honestly, I feel like you have created something recently that you were expecting certain results from. And maybe these results haven't really come into fruition in the way that you were expecting, but there is something that is expanding here. And it might have something to do with your finances as well. The most important message for you to hear right now is that whatever this is that you're creating as a part of your own happiness and fulfillment is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. However, exactly what you're supposed to be doing or creating in life does not necessarily resonate at the same frequency as money. Just something for you to think about. But it's all about power, how to use your power, how to find fulfillment, how to use your creativity to make yourself feel better. It says 9 of Cups energy. So whatever this is that you're navigating, but maybe you're attaching money to, but it's not really getting you what it is that you're expecting. It's bringing you one thing, but not everything. That's because there's something more here for you to realize. So let's look at your other cards. Okay, energy shield, protection, inner strength. Okay. Energy shield, protection, inner strength. So here's what I'm perceiving. If you look at yourself and your life from your soul's perspective, right? You're here in this avatar having certain experiences and challenges and opportunities. And so I feel like this is your heart's desire, your soul's passion. There's something that you truly enjoy that you're also actively participating in and creating, meaning you are creating your reality every day and every moment. Every choice that you make, you're creating your reality, or you are reaffirming your present reality. And so the energy that you've been putting into this project for yourself has gotten you so far, but there's still something else that is waiting for you to express that or to create it, but it's something that you've been protecting. So it's almost like you've only been giving so much of yourself to this project. This could be your job or a relationship or something else. You haven't been fully giving yourself to the situation. It doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice yourself to fully, offer, but there's something that you're keeping to yourself. There's something sacred deep inside of you. You're protecting yourself. So there is more abundance that you're going to receive when you start offering more of your truer self, your deeper self, your inner self, your inner beauty. Notice here, there's a stone and it looks like there's a keyhole into your heart. You're protecting your heart. You're protecting your sensitivities. Okay. I feel like what you're waiting for right now, group number 3, is something that you've put your heart into to a certain extent. And the only way, it's almost like these cards are saying that you need to level up to a higher aspect of yourself and your intentions, to offer more, to use more of your power, but to use it in the right way, in a way that's helpful for other people as well. And so this could be your emotional strength, or this could be your logical strength or your intuition. There's something that it naturally comes to you that you've been hoarding, but you can share this part of yourself with other people, but you've been overly protective. Okay, so in a sense, what you're waiting for is you, because, well, you've been afraid to be vulnerable or seem vulnerable to other people, maybe? Okay. So what do we have here? The Nine of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Chariot, the Three of Pentacles, right? So this is a confirmation you really know what it is that you desire. You have certain expectations, but now at this threshold, the universe or your higher self is expecting more from you. And when you start offering more of your energy, you're going to start attracting more of what it is that you truly want to experience in your life. Wow, okay. I'm glad I chose to navigate this pick a card reading with a different kind of layout. So I'm hoping that you're enjoying this too. Okay, group number 3, what more do we need to know? How much longer do you have to wait? Or, what else is going on while you're waiting? What do we need to know? I kind of combined 2 decks together, so it's more than my little hands can manage. Almost. There's 3. Oh, this one wants to come out as well. Are there... Let's pull another card or 2. Group number 3. Yeah, you've been like skirting the issue. You've been doing enough, but just enough to get by. There's more. There's more that you need to offer of yourself to the world. Look, you've got the Chariot again. Justice. The High Priestess. The Knight of Cups. Oh, okay. You have been protecting your heart. I think your heart is sensitive. You're probably deeply loving and sensitive. And it's very possible in the past, other people have taken advantage of your kind heart. And that could be anybody, right? Any kind of relationship. It could be career or family or romantic or otherwise. Okay. But your higher self is waiting for you to align with that and become more authentic. There really isn't anything for you to fear or to hide or to be too sensitive about, because it's you. It's who you are. It's what you were meant to be sharing. And once you are strong and confident within your own skin, then you're not going to be protecting your sensitivities anymore, because you will know that you have risen enough in power and status, at least in your life, your career, your relationship, that there's nothing that anyone else out there that can do or say that's going to emotionally trigger you. So you're in the process of working on your emotional strength and emotional stability and also emotional maturity. Okay. I feel like this has something to do with a Saturn transit, right? A Saturn returns. But this only happens like every 27 to 29 years. But Saturn, well, it really depends on your astrology. I want just one more card. Of course. Love yourself, honor yourself, respect yourself, nurture yourself, appreciate yourself. Oh, so you are actually in the process, or some of you are in the process of balancing, incorporating both divine masculine and feminine. Maybe in the past you were too feminine and so you started protecting your heart. Or you could have been, well, you can be masculine and be too sensitive too. So it really just depends on, your birthday information, your astrology. That's what creates your personality. But you've been skirting the issue, you've been avoiding, maybe right now you're not really going too deep emotionally, in how you react or respond or interact with other people. But this is what's necessary for you to find more fulfillment, enrichment in life, including better relationships or friendships, career options. And for those of you who have a business or you have a creative project that you are expecting certain results, these cards are also saying that it's time for you to add more depth to what it is that you're already creating and putting out there. So even if this is you manifesting something, you need to add more depth and emotional strength and maturity into what it is that you desire to manifest. So if you're trying to manifest a person, it's the same way. Because if you're inauthentic, meaning if you're not honoring yourself and your truth, whatever you're trying to manifest will also not honor you or your truth. It's not really what you want or what you need. And sure, it's cool to realize the power that you have to attract certain things. But I think at this point in your life, you're starting to realize that maybe the things that you're expecting, they're no longer fulfilling to you. And now it's time for you to go all in to this manifestation process and start manifesting the best life ever. I mean, how good can it really get for you? Start asking that question, live that question. If you're on the right path and there's literally nothing or no one standing in your way except you. Wow. Okay, so let's just see if there's some astrology here in your cards. And there's the only things that are showing up here is, I think this is Cancer energy. And there's Aquarius. So Cancer is moody, it's introspective. Cancer can be idealistic. There's probably something very specific that you want in your life. But if you are looking for something more, it's like, what else can I contribute to what I'm doing in my life right now? It's Aquarius. So Aquarius energy, right now Pluto is moving through Aquarius. And Pluto is literally pulling the rug out from under the world's feet. So pulling the rug out from underneath people who are trying to claim too much power. It's going to support you or encourage you to claim more power or strength within yourself. But there's no more avoiding the truth. This is the Aquarian age. And so that next level of depth that you are waiting, your higher self is waiting for you to add to, everything that you participate in your life, is love, compassion, truth, honesty, emotional depth. It doesn't mean that you're here to rescue anything or anyone, but you haven't been offering your whole self or your true self to the world, right? So the shield is being removed from you, this shield, this barrier of protection. And so once the shield is completely gone, only your inner essence and your truth is going to be revealed. And this is the year of the truth being revealed, the truth coming out in the world, right? Secrets being revealed. So if you're not ready to be your true self, then don't say that you weren't pre-warned. Yeah, the more you own yourself and your authenticity, the stronger you're going to be. And there literally won't be anything that can pull you out of balance or trigger you or deceive you. So you are the one who holds your own holy grail. You are really the only one who knows how to love yourself fully, to nurture yourself fully. Other people don't know how to do that. They only know how to do it from, well, their perspective, or what they think nurturing is, or what they think love is, or what they think respect is. But the honest truth is, like, every single person on this planet has a different perspective about everything. So I think these are words of encouragement for you to honor yourself, believe in yourself, and just be your true self. And you'll see how your life begins to change, because when you're honoring yourself and you believe that you're worthy of all the things that you're worthy of and that you're waiting for, once you own that, you're just instantly going to attract all of those things into your life. So technically, there's still something that you're blocking, because it's something that you're protecting. So what is that? This is your next step, right? To go deeper within. And what is it that you're really blocking? You're not allowing something to find you. What is that? So this does require you to go a little bit deeper into yourself. So as far as waiting is concerned, well, you're waiting for you. You have to give more to receive more. You have to love more to experience more love. You have to create more to earn more. Money, that is. Okay, this might have been a personal 8-month for you. You might look to see, if you don't already know what your numerology is, to see what your personal month is. Right now, the energy that's influencing you, if it is an 8-month. And of course, we're about to go into August, so it's going to change the frequency too. But, okay, this is what I've got for you. Pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed this video reading. If you did, please do click the like button. And you're always welcome to comment as well. So I hope you all have a fantastic day. If anyone interested in a private reading, feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, I will see you in another video. Bye for now. Hello there, pile number 4. If you chose the green calcite crystal, so how long will you have to wait, or how much longer? But what is it that you are navigating right now? What more do you need to know about your current situation? So let's find out your messages. So number 60 might be relevant, or the number 6, Watchers Transpersonal. Interesting imagery. How many of you feel like you're being watched? Transpersonal watchers. I feel like your spirit guides are watching you. Okay, there is the Devil. There is the Ace of Swords. There's the 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. Interesting. But there's some sort of indecision here. Let's look at your other card. Lay it on the altar. Hand it over, soften, surrender, forgive yourself. But it's also important to forgive everyone else as well. Right? Jesus, right? Love yourself, love everyone else. Doesn't mean you have to sacrifice yourself to every other person. But there's something, there's something very uncomfortable that I feel like you are navigating, but maybe you feel like you're not in a position to get away from it. You can't choose, or you don't have enough money. So honestly, what's going to happen here is you're going to have to surrender to your situation. So let's look at your other cards really quickly. Because there's something bigger that's happening here. There's something deeper. Maybe you don't have any other options. This is why I encourage people to learn more about their astrology. I know not everybody believes in that, but that truly is. It reveals your soul's purpose, what you're here to navigate in this lifetime. You know, if you believe in incarnation or soul's journey, that sort of thing. So pile number 4. What do we need to know? How long? Yeah, I don't want those. I'm going to shuffle again. Maybe you're just waiting to be able to make up your mind. Are you waiting for a choice? Maybe you don't feel like you have a choice in the matter. And so in the process you're suffering, but you always have the free will to choose how you navigate and deal with your experiences. I mean, it's the same for all of us. We can choose to feel like a victim, or we can choose to connect with something higher, forgive, surrender, live in grace with gratitude, like invite peace. Invite peace within your mind, your body, your soul. Sometimes there is no other option. So this Page of Swords, yeah, what you're waiting for is waiting for you to choose. You can change your mind, change what you believe. You can choose a new path, a new perspective, a new idea. You can choose to see life from a different perspective. There's 3 of Cups. There's 4 of Cups. The Sun. Death. There's a change. Okay. Wow. And 10 of Cups. It makes perfect sense for me to say, like, what you're waiting for is just 10 of Cups again. You want to live happily ever after. But in the meantime, there's uncertainty, there's pain, there's suffering, there's emotional, discomfort. And I don't know where you live or what your family life is like or the society that you're living in. But honestly, I think all of us are experiencing the craziness on the planet from different locations. So honestly, from the higher perspective, your higher self is waiting for you to forgive yourself, but to choose to surrender your need to struggle. When you surrender to your higher power, which you have, we all have our own higher power. When we surrender to that and we say, okay, I'm not going to struggle with this anymore. I can't handle this emotional burden anymore. I surrender everything to a higher power. Help me, heal me, love me, guide me. I feel like if you're not in a situation where you can choose, then forgiveness and surrendering to a higher power is really the only thing that is an available option. So whatever you need to do, go to the altar or go into church or connect with your higher self, your spirit guides. Everyone is different, but everyone has their own authentic connection or higher self or higher authority. It doesn't matter what you believe, because we all believe in something different, because it's what we need to believe in for ourselves. And I think this is something that not many understand, or they're not even being forgiving of. When we choose to claim peace or forgiveness from our own unique perspective, then others need to honor that. But there is something more here. There's something higher. There is something that's watching over you that is waiting for you to connect with it. It's peace, it's harmony, it's love, it's joy. So if you can go somewhere and create a space or an altar to simply just connect with this energy. Your altar that's happily ever after, your imagination, this visualization. Happy home, happy family. So even these cards are, your higher self is saying, surrender your worries to a higher power. Because some things maybe you're holding on to that you don't have to. It's not your responsibility. And sometimes that's necessary in order to claim peace. So as far as astrology is concerned, or how long or how much longer you have to wait, there's a lot of Cancer energy here. So you're probably deeply affected emotionally. You're probably deeply triggered emotionally, which is why the Devil card would show up in your reading. But you can also choose to navigate your emotions from a different perspective, a higher perspective. Okay. So the biggest message for group 4 is there is a higher power that is watching over you, guiding you, loving you, protecting you, honoring you, that is waiting for you to communicate with it, to allow it to protect you. But you must connect with that as well and trust that all will be well. Trust that you're going to be safe. Everything is going to end up exactly the way that it is supposed to be. You know, pain and suffering is not necessary for everyone. And so if you're claiming or holding on to something that belongs to someone else, then it's really only you that is causing this internal emotional turmoil or pain and suffering within yourself. So honestly, yep, these are the messages that are coming through for pile 4. And it doesn't mean this whole spread of cards is specifically describing your life, although maybe for some of you it is, but take what is most important for you to claim, to connect with, to tune into. Open your heart, forgive yourself, forgive everyone else, allow everyone else to do what they need to do, you know, as long as they're not taking advantage of you, your health and your well-being. But if they are, then there's still something higher that is in charge here that you can surrender to, that is willing to come in and save you and remove you from this situation. As long as you believe that that is possible. When you connect with that, you allow for that, you open up to that, then this is what's going to step in and to assist you at this time. So this is what you're waiting for. This higher power is waiting for you to open up to it, to allow it to come in and love you and bless you and help you through your time of need, whatever kind of need this is. So this is the best way that I can interpret these. And now you know, you just need to connect with this higher source and realize that all will be well. So I hope you enjoyed these messages. If you did, please do click the like button. If you need a private reading in your particular situation, do feel free to reach out to me. My links are down below. Meanwhile, I'm wishing you all a wonderful day, and I hope you're all safe and warm and fed and comfortable. And I will see you all again in another video. Bye for now.